I've got a bright year coming up there. I'm going to say that I've got a massive year upcoming, and you know what? I'm not that far away from boxing for these titles now. So.
This is Jonathan Aggie of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by the Norfolk Nightmare himself, Tommy Fletcher, here at Mark Tibbs' gym, the Origin in Raynham. Tommy, how's things been?
Yeah, really well, thank you, mate. Feel good. Trained today, had a good session. I feel fit, mate. You know what? I could fight this Saturday, but obviously I'm just ticking over at the minute, waiting to get a fight date. Then we'll start amping things up and start crashing heads. Yeah.
Tell us about your last fight, another stoppage win over a tough guy. How do you rate your performance?
Yeah, I thought I boxed well. Obviously, there's always things you can improve on, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. When I looked at him beforehand, I thought he's a big man. He was a heavyweight, and he was campaigning at heavyweight, moving down to cruiserweight. So I watched him on YouTube. I saw he took a good few prospects to distance. So obviously, I always want to stop my opponents. Everyone wants to stop their opponents, don't they? So I was watching and thought, you know what, this one may go a few rounds. Like I'm gonna have to work him out and break him down with the jab, and then try to get to him. But I was on the understanding that maybe it could possibly go the distance, might not. I thought he's a big bloke. Obviously, I was fighting at a weight a little bit heavier than what I normally fight at. So. Yeah, now I was training with Jimmy. Obviously, Mark was in Vegas a little bit with Johnny for most of the camp, but he set us up with Jimmy, and the last couple of weeks he come back and was training us. So I felt very good going into that fight. Felt very, very good. But yeah, I think I broke his nose, So the doctor said he weren't fit to continue. But I think, you know what, he's in these big world title fights. They let people have like blood, sweat, and tears in it. So they could have probably let it go on a bit longer, but listen, it weren't my choice. I was there to fight. If they would have carried on, I would have kept smashing his head in.
I mean, like you said, Mark was in Vegas with Johnny. He had a good win, but you know, training with Jimmy Tibbs doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, 100%. You know what, Jimmy's proper, yeah, and yeah, like he'll tell you straight. And also, like, you know, after training, yeah, we'll sit down on the side of the ring. He'll explain things to us and tell us like stories from when he was younger. Probably shouldn't repeat him on the camera, but no, how he explains it to me, I'll try to tell my mum and dad or like my friends or whatever how he's explained it, but I can't. It don't sound the same when I tell him. When I explain it don't sound half as good, because like he's so great at telling the stories and that. But yeah, it's proper. It's very good training with Mark and Jimmy. Got some world class trainers, a great management team, SJAM. I'm in a good place, mate. I feel great, yeah.
Well, what do you think the difference is between sort of the Tommy Fletcher that we saw on debut to the one we see now? I know you haven't had too many fights, but even like where you say in the last fight, you know, you had to be patient, you weren't like looking for the stoppage. Do you think sort of it's the experience coming on?
Yeah, 100%. I'll be honest, yeah. I think like before my debut, before that, I was a young amateur. When I was an amateur boxer, I was turning professional. I was as skinny as a rake, probably like I was real thin. I still am thin now, but I'm thickening out a bit now. But yeah, now I was very, very tall and had quite an amateur style. I think obviously I stopped the guy, but Mark's tuned me up and he's proing me up, if you know what I mean. He's turning me into a professional fighter, someone that can do 10, 12 rounds, not 3 rounds and win by points or you know what I'm saying. Like I'm a proper professional now. Like, I'm easing into this professional game, but now I feel good. I'm thickening out. I'm getting heavier. I remember when I first joined the gym and that, before I had my debut, I was only 80, 85, 86 kilos. So
how old were you as well?
I was 19. Yeah, I was only 19. So I was like 85, 86 kilos, and I said to Mark and Jimmy, I said, I'll make light heavyweight, because that's what weight I was doing in the amateurs, which was 81. In the amateur weights, they were saying, oh no, like they was almost laughing at me, but like I was in I was in that mindset. I have to boil down at the weight, but it's very clear. I was always going to be a cruiserweight, and I'm never going to fight for a title at light heavyweight. So there's no point boiling myself down at the weight to make light heavy if I'm going to do a 4-round fight, then move on to 6 rounders. I was always end up going to be a cruiserweight anyway. So they said just like move up and focus on getting stronger at the weight, and that's what I've done. And I think it's been a great move, best move for me. So you know what, may not even stay in cruiser for many more years. Yeah, like I might end up moving up. You got bridgerweight, you got a new bridgerweight category. So you know what I mean. The world's your oyster, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Any talks with Frank and the team at Queensbury about what might be next, or what's coming up?
Yeah, no, obviously we're sitting down speaking about it, but like when there's no point saying it on camera till things are put a pen to paper, things are ready. So obviously now we've been speaking that and what's next for me, but I've got a bright year coming up there. I'm going to say that I've got a massive year upcoming, and you know what, I'm not that far away from boxing for these titles now. So obviously I've got to take it steady. I'm only 22 years old, but every year I keep saying, I'm only 20, I'm only 21, I'm only 22. Like at some point you got to just get stuck in and say, you know what, right, let's have it. So I think I'm at that point now. I'm going to just listen. I'm going to get involved, and these boys are going to have it. So I'm a good fighter, and I back myself, and I've got a lot to learn. So I've got a long way to go, but I'm up for it. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you about some of the fights. Joshua Ngannou, Saturday night. Did you expect that to happen? 2 rounds?
You know what? Give credit where it's due. That was a proper poleaxing shot. Like it did look very good. A proper show, real knockout. But I mean, I think AJ always had that in his locker. I think people got excited about Ngannou because of how Fury boxed him. But I think the same Ngannou turned up for Fury than what he did for Joshua. I don't think he's any better of a fighter. I think he was always at the same level of his opposition. But I think maybe, I can't speak for Tyson Fury, but I believe maybe he might have overlooked him a little bit, or didn't had a bit of a, wouldn't say flat performance, I'd say he didn't box as well as he could, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So I think then everyone, the public and the general boxing fans, got excited about Ngannou, and obviously he's a champion in UFC, so like he's a proper fighting man. Let's not forget that. But I think people got excited about him, and they like his story, so they thought that AJ, I think no matter what AJ does, people are gonna like have something to say about him. So they thought, he might clip AJ, blah blah blah. But nah, look, he's a UFC fighter against a 2-time world heavyweight champion or an Olympic gold medalist. Like on paper, that sounds like they shouldn't even be in the same ring together. But this is professional boxing, and it's a sport. People are making money, and people want to see entertainment. So I thought AJ was always going to be able to do that to him. So yeah.
Going into now, a lot of the talk afterwards, like AJ Fury, who's the favourite now? What do you think? After Saturday night, would you put maybe AJ as the favourite, or is it still Fury?
Like, I'll say it straight, yeah. I think AJ will lose to Usyk 10 times over if they fight, and I think Tyson Fury has a better chance of beating Usyk, and he could, but it's a proper 50-50 fight. And I think Tyson's style is made for AJ. I think Tyson will beat AJ. Yeah. But you know what? It's never. I can say it on camera. Anyone can say anything till they're in the ring and actually fight each other. It's pointless like making predictions and that, because it's not like till the fight actually happens, it's pretty pointless. But that's just my belief anyway. But people might agree with me, people might disagree, and that's fine. So
it's all about.
That's what it's all about, exactly. So that's why people want to watch it. That's why people pay for the pay-per-view or whatever, because they all have different opinions and beliefs. But that's my opinion, and everyone's able to have their own. So.
And what about Tommy Fletcher on a Saudi card this year?
Listen, I'll fight these Saudi boys. Get me on there. I will smash them. Nah, I'm up for it. Them paydays look nice. So I'm up for it. Yeah.
Some random fight that came out of the blue recently was Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. We don't know if it's a fight, an exhibition, or whatever. But I'm sure you would have seen that. What was your reaction when you saw that?
I think it's terrible for the sport. I'll be honest. I think like Mike Tyson shouldn't be fighting now. I don't know how old he is. He's like 50 something, isn't it?
7, I think.
That's what I mean. Like, obviously, I guess he's still got a good few quid, but I mean, he might be a bit short on money. I don't know. Like, but it's not good. It's only gonna tarnish his legacy and that. Like, everyone knows he's a dangerous man in his day and that, and he is a great fighter, knockout artist, and like for the size of the man, what he done to these big guys, he was smashing them. But I mean, in my opinion, like I said, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and if they like it, then that's fair enough to them. But me personally, I think he shouldn't be still fighting. It's not Jake Paul anyway. Like, he shouldn't be fighting at all. But I think, you know what? I think Jake Paul may probably beat him, yeah, or like it may be a draw or something. But because Jake Paul's he's young, he's not the best fighter, is he? Let's be honest, he's not the best fighter, but he will get in there and he'll be game. Whereas, like, I think I see on YouTube, I think did Mike Tyson do like an exhibition fight a few years ago, like quite a few years ago as well. Yeah. I don't know if he looked that sharp in that then. So like, even now, he's only gonna have aged and got slower, and like, you know what I mean. So I think it's not great, but listen, if he's gonna make a good few quid out of it, make some money, then fair enough. It's gonna help his kids and his family and years to come. Then fair play to him, and I respect him. So, but I think at that age you shouldn't be fighting some.
Just lastly, Tommy, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, April 20th. What do you think of the fight? How do you think that's going to go?
Yeah, good fight. I don't know what's happening to Ryan Garcia. I keep seeing all these like crazy Instagram posts now. I don't know if have you seen it?
I have, yeah.
What's he? I don't know what he's doing with all these, like, his account now. I don't know if someone's running his Instagram account or saying, like, did he divorce his wife or something?
Yeah, I think he went for a divorce. You know, people are like, is he even going to show up on April 20th? But
is he feeling alright or something? Like, I keep seeing, like, I see that he divorced his wife, and then all these crazy Instagram posts are coming up. But I don't know. You know what? They're both good fighters, and I think it'll be a good fight to tune in and watch. But they're great operators, and I'll be watching it. Yeah, I'll watch it.
But pick a winner.
You know what? I'm not going to pick a winner because I haven't watched enough on them both to see how their styles will clash in that. But like I said before, I can say anything, but till they fight each other, makes no odds. So I won't make a prediction, but I think it's a great fight, and it's two big names, two big fighters that are actually getting in there and putting it on the line. So you got to respect Ryan Garcia because he's fought some good opposition now. Like, yeah, he may not have won. He didn't win against Tank and that, but he got in there and he had a go. So like, he's a top draw in boxing, and to the casual fans and the hardcore boxing fans. So I think he's a good fighter, and I respect them both, and it's a good fight.
Brilliant. Tommy Fletcher looking to put the division on notice this year. Looking forward to seeing how it goes. Anything you want to say? You know, your socials and everything like that?
Yeah, just thank you to my sponsors. You know who you are. Just keep going, keep leveling up, and keep knocking these people out. Yeah.
Where do everyone follow you?
On my Instagram, Tommy.Fletcher7. My Twitter is Tommy.Fletcher0. And just search me up, man, you'll find me.
There you go, follow him up. Tommy Fletcher, appreciate it.
Cheers, mate, thank you.